Alright, so let's do the following. We're going to come here and take a right here. Make sure we don't drop this thing. So the tragedy that has befallen me now is that even close to where I live now, the white LED lights are just taking over, including... I don't know if we saw that. We saw that. I think we saw that. Oh, that's a reflection of me on the window. How scenic. The problem is, of course, that if we go... I actually saw another one here. Let me see here. There we go. So that's number 2 on this street. I mean, other people's blinding headlights are not helpful. Oh my God. This is the first time I've been here. This is now... gross white light everywhere. I think it's a nice orange glow coming up here, as we can see. Let me take this light off in the car. So this is still a nice orange glow here. Oh my goodness, I see it's white down the street. Well, this is it. Nasty white light everywhere. This is orange, okay, orange on the left, and then you got 2 whites coming up. On the hill. This is actually the hill where I run and do that 140, except I didn't do 140 this time. Anyways, this is the hill. Okay, so awful white, glaring, soul-crushing white. That's white here now, too. I used to sit here a lot, by the way. This is the hill. You can walk up here as well. So even at night, hooray, you know, you want to walk out here and it's just going to be this blinding-ass, ugly-ass lighting. This is new. This is new. It wasn't like this a week ago. It wasn't like this 2 or 3 days ago. Basically, all but every white is now, all lights are basically white now. This place is just turning into such a fucking shithole, you know? It's just unbearable, you know? It's like, you people have $120 million budget. Some orange coming up here. So without lights, that's what it looks like, you know? So we got a stray couple orange lights just to remind us of what we've lost, you know. Awful, glaring, and look at how awful that is. You know, it just hits you in the face, and I've actually had to use, not that these lights are in it, that's probably actually, hold on. It's just so awful. So awful. It just makes it look like a nasty prison, a prison spotlight, like in the movies or something at night. It's just so awful, you know. Everywhere. Oh my goodness. You know what? Let me go into this little neighborhood here, because when I did my last LED video, I was walking up here with the purpose of, okay, we still got some lights here. Let's do it. This is a big cul-de-sac. I mean, it's basically, you know, it's a suburb, right? So, you know. But even here, you see some houses, like if we stop here, you can see that's really white because, I don't know, some people just love. So again, they haven't started replacing the residential only places with white. It's just, you know, some homeowners like here love to bathe their yards in pure white because reasons. But there are some places that, even here in some of the cul-de-sacs, that are nice and white. Let's keep driving, because why not? See, even this is a little too bright, as we saw. Even here, right? This is a cul-de-sac of the cul-de-sac, because this is one big cul-de-sac, but this is one small little cul-de-sac, and it's like, okay, this is probably more than enough light here anyways, you know? But then on top of that, oh, good, look at these beautiful lights here. Just, I think they're trying to blind any would-be burglars or something, you know? We do have a stop sign here. Okay. All right. So, okay, so they haven't started replacing these just yet, but I do want to find that cul-de-sac. Oh, nope. This is now a street light that's been changed here. I don't think this was white when I was doing the video for this, or the photo shots. No, this is another nasty ass glaring white light. you know. And it's dark everywhere else, and then this thing blinds you, and the same problem that you can't really see as well then, because instead of having a low orangey light on, you just have these blinding white lights that make you see this. See, this is pitch dark here. There are no lights here. There's a lot of hold on, I think the camera's out of focus. Hold on, let me stop here for a second. Come on, camera. Okay, so this is all stuff left over from the hurricane that they've just dumped here. But there's basically no light except my headlights, right? So you get blinded by some white light, and then you're even more blinded because there's no lights here. You cannot get used to the rest of the dark stuff here. So this is still a nice orange light here. Yeah, and then this is a cul-de-sac with orange light at the end over there. You know. Let me see, where's the cul-de-sac? It's probably one of these that has just the nastiest white light at the end. It's so, see, this doesn't even have any light. That's the best part, is I've seen some of these new lights that they just put out, and they don't work, like after 2 weeks, you know. Let me see. Now this is a nice orange glow down there. So I think it might be that one. I think it's that one that doesn't work. The one that we show, yeah, it's amazing to me how these things stop working. Now, I wish they stopped working like altogether, right? But the point is, these are shoddy pieces of crap, you know? But anyways, how do we get out of here? Okay, well, it's a cul-de-sac, so I think we'll find, or I don't want to go another circle. But anyways, once we get out of here, I'll put it back on me. But it's just so disappointing. Like, does nobody put these up who gives the order to put these up say, hey, this is completely different than what we used to do? Like, these lights are completely different. Who says that this is okay? I mean, there's like, what, 8 or 9 people on that town council we have, or whatever the hell it's called, because it's not really a city, right? But whatever. Does nobody else seem to think this is awful? Just me. Okay, good to know. So let me put these back. Yeah, let me just stop here for a second. We can put this back here. And hello. Let's see which is better. Do we need the, I don't know. This is a little too much. Speaking of too much lighting, but that's fine. I don't know. We'll do this. There's enough on me. You know, and then you can't see anything here. So anyways, it's just, as usual, this place always has some new disappointing thing, you know? Whether it's leaf blowers 5 minutes after a hurricane passes, because, oh, the driveway has to be clear of leaves, you know? You know what, let's go all the way to the intersection, actually. We're going to keep going. So another white light here. Can we twist this around in any way? I'd rather be driving, but... okay. It's all white. It is all this super bright, cheap-ass, shitty LED, you know? And again, this is the place that when it was founded in the 70s and 80s and they were building out, they said, gas stations cannot have those signs that say what the price is. You're not going to have these tacky-ass lights that are going to be ugly everywhere. And yet, let's put tacky-ass lights everywhere. I mean, it's just absolutely... no one manages this place. Every new thing is some shit. Okay, so we went to the intersection here. Everything is white, except for a few stray orange. So they can't even get that right. They can't even, like, replace all of them. They're going to leave one stray one for the next, I don't know, 6 months or something. It's just... and I have one of these fucking things right outside my window. You know, and it's just so frustrating. You know, okay, so now every time I go home, every time I'm going to be under this gulag interrogation light, you know? Because some bozo's like, oh, we need new lights, and oh, I can't tell the difference between blinding white and a nice mellow orange glow. Unbearable. Unfucking bearable. So yeah, it's all white lights here. You know? So never mind, let's go have a nice peaceful walk at night. out here because it's nice orange. No, sorry, can't have that. It's bad enough with people's garage lights and people's backyard lights being, but no, now it's everywhere. Now it's blinding lights everywhere. You know, and, you know, I could have, not that my writings to whomever, because that's, who am I writing to? You know, like the same bozos that can't figure this out. You know, but hey, the reason I don't even write is what's the point, number one, but it's just this disappointment of they're just going to write some bullshit back and nothing's going to change. You know, it's so awful. Yeah, you can see the white glow off my face. Like, this is still, this is probably LED from 15 years ago, or whatever the hell this is. This is a 15-year-old car, so I don't even know if that's an LED in there. It hasn't gone out, so I'm assuming it's LED because it's so long-lasting. I don't use it, I don't know. It doesn't matter. This is still a nice yellowy. You can see it off my face. But watch this. Let's see how it works. Maybe when I go by. You see that nasty white glow? Okay. It's not a nice orange glow. In fact, let's do it in the dark. That's what she said. And no, let me pass through. There's no headlights here, so that's nice and gross. Okay, you can see it over here on the left-hand side, and this is an orange one coming up. Notice how the glow is not that horrible. Look at that. See, you see that? It's okay. Another white nasty stuff blinding me, because that's what you need on the roads, is blinding motorists. You know. Okay, especially on the left side, it's good. Yeah, there we go. Ugh, it's just too bright. It's too much. It's too white. Ugh. And then this rollout nonsense has been happening for the past 6 months at least, maybe even more. And I remember we probably did some videos about the parks where they replaced lights, and you had some stray lights that were still old orange, some were new white. And it's like, did nobody notice that? This stretch of road here, the next 3 lights are nice and orange. That's it. This is it, everybody. This is the last stretch. We'll see it right now. Look at that. Look at that. See? It's just so fucking disappointing that everything in this shithole is this way. Everything. It's just, there is no signs that somebody knows what they're doing here, you know. No management whatsoever. It's just this nasty white light. It's coming up right here. This is the worst one. It's gonna spray my face. Look at that. It's like, I have to use the sun visor up here now. You know, I'm glad I fixed it, because now I can use it at night, as the sun visor is supposed to be used. It's not a sun visor, it's a shitty LED at night visor. Unbearable. You know, and you look at some of the headlights are always terrible as well. Let's drive around a little more. You know, and some of the new safety recommendations I've seen online, because I'm in my ban LED lights group or whatever it's called on Facebook. Some of the recommendations they're saying is, oh, keep your eyes off the road. If you see a nice white LED headlight coming your way, you need to focus on the other side of the road here. Yeah, for the first time in human history, since the automobile has been invented, keep your eyes off the road as much as possible. You know, steer off the road, especially like in a curve. Just steer off the fucking road, you know? Not glance, just steer off there so you're not blinded by LED lights, because it's so safe. It illuminates everything, including your eyes, and it drives everyone blind. Unbearable. Oh, this light doesn't even work here. It is just so frustrating to just live in such a soul-crushing, empty shithole, you know, that these things are not just automatically taken care of, you know. 120, I think that's the budget, probably more. I don't know. Let's go back this way. You know, $120 million is the budget. It's 9 figures, or whatever is a centimillion. 6 figures is a million, 8 figures. It's not a billion. Not yet, no. So $120 million, and it's like, where's that spent? Like, what am I, see, look, not an orange light is still here. How am I seeing this money being spent? You know, can you people just, oh my God, look at this shit. I'm gonna park here for a second. So this is the crap that if you had to live here, this awful light here. Again, see, for 120 million or whatever it is, 150, I don't know. I would expect at night people going around saying, hey, oh, speaking of shitty LED lights, I cannot plan this better. I cannot plan this better. Fucking disco. Look at this. You see that? It's kind of bluish. It's actually purple. We're going to get the fuck out of this car and see what the absolutely insane. You know, oh, LED lights. Okay, you can see the purple here where I'm waving right here. Okay, even better with this light on. So this is nice and orange glow on me. Okay, look at that. That is an orange light or a purple light. Look at this shit. You know? It comes across as almost bluish. Okay, here we go. It's like Blue Man Group, but Purple Man Group. You know, this is I see it as purple here. You know, I mean, this is I mean, it looks kind of cool. You know, let me take a snapshot of this. Looks kind of cool. You know, I'm going to post this on my Facebook group. You know, I'm going to be the talk of that group with this purple stuff. I'm thinking of some snarky headline like, oh, these costs, they're so, I don't know. They're just shit, you know? It's unbelievable, you know? This purple, and the purple lights are, what do you call it? Now, I would say this purple light is probably better than any of the white light. This is supposed to, and they put the same kind of shit lights everywhere. Whether it's a residential area or it's like a big street, same shitty fucking lights. So it's like, once you want to put something different here, not as bright, you know, these poles aren't as tall as nope, just the same slop. And then it becomes purple. It becomes purple. You know? You know, if this were me, I'm seeing just nothing but purple here, by the way. Nothing but purple. Right here. It looks, I'm seeing blue here on the viewfinder thing. This is, okay, now it's blurring out. Let's see here. Okay. It's coming across as blue, but it's purple. You know? You know? Yeah, look at that. It's coming off as a blue hue on the camera. I'm seeing it as purple. And I think there are some shots where it was obviously purple, but this is unbearable. You know, so anyways, as I was continuing, for 120 million, it's like I'd go around and be like, hey, so, you know, there are some standards here. It is on paper, by the way, what sort of lights you're supposed to have. You're not supposed to have these lights here. But the same city or the same not city that issues these guidelines on what you're supposed to have for residential garage lights and everything, they just stick these fucking white things everywhere. So it's like they can't even follow the rules that, at least on paper, are for residents to follow. Not that anyone cares. I'm sure if you were to cite people, not like in a nasty way, but hey, this is what it says on the, they'd be like, what is this? I don't even know where this is from. I've never seen this in my life, you know? Let me go down another street here. It is just so unbearable. It's that no one gives a fuck, you know? That's the biggest problem, is no one gives a fuck, you know? There just isn't anybody that's a busy little beaver actually doing something to, you know, fix these quality of life issues. It's just so frustrating, you know? It's like, where do you move? Where's a place where they figured out light bulbs? You know, We're not going to have shitty light bulbs blinding us, the street lights. We're not going to blind each other. We're going to have a small bulb in front of the door. It's not going to blind anyone. You can see intruders and all this stuff anyways with that. You don't have to blind everybody else. Where is that? Where's the place where there's enough of a community where people figure out light bulbs? You know? Fuck me. It's unbearable. I don't think there's even a light over here. You know, it's like, and again, there's at least 8 or 9 people on this fake council that's not. How many of these people are like, yeah, there's a difference between this orange that's, again, it still is a little too bright, and these absolutely blinding white lights that sometimes turn purple if they want to, you know? And again, the purple is the cheapness of it. Is that a lot of these, there's some film or some kind of thing that just burns off or something. And it's like, oh, it's so cheap. These are such a money saver, which is why we're going to have them 3 times as bright, because having something 3 times as bright means you're using 3 times the watt. It's like, oh, these LEDs are so wonderful that, you know, they cost 1/3 of the normal ones. So we'll have them 3 times as bright. Well, your savings are already gone functionally. And then retrofitting everything means that, you know, you're putting in new technology. And hey, if it takes another decade to figure out how to not put ones that turn purple every other day, well, I guess we'll have to pay for that. You know, that money's coming from somewhere, right? So I don't buy this LEDs save money nonsense, you know? It is so incredibly frustrating. You know, leaf blowers during the day, and then we got, this is the other little cul-de-sac I come through. Not that it really matters. It's just so annoying. Like at night, I've still been annoyed with the garage lights everywhere, but now it's like you cannot walk here without it being some ugly, nasty, just white, blinding light everywhere. And #1 place to fucking live. And again, how many times do I have to go through the statistics? It's like, what's the average income here? $130-something thousand. The budget is over $100 million. You know, the average per household income, $130-something thousand. Can we figure out light bulbs with all the smart people making 6 figures? Can we do that, please? Can we figure out light bulbs, the things that have been invented for 100 years and were working just fine? Can we figure those out? Unfucking believable. You know, and it's, you complain about leaf blowers, then everyone just jumps on you and move somewhere. Yeah, please tell me where the fuck to move to, where people can figure out basic manners, like not using leaf blowers all day long, and figure out light bulbs. That's the 2 requirements I have nowadays. Nothing else. You know? Don't make god-awful noise all day long, and then let's have a peaceful night where I'm not blinded by lights. Unbearable. It's like, I can't plan this better. You know, purple lights coming out of the nowhere, you know? And this isn't the only place I've seen it, you know? You know, and I guess this place is just running on the empty fumes of its past reputation, because again, they had a lot of these little things fixed. Now, they should have done something about leaf blowers early on. But the point is that they had a lot of this stuff fixed in, that McDonald's could not have its massive ugly ass signs everywhere. You could only get the nice 2 by 2 feet wooden thing on the side of the road, and it's not going to be an ugly eyesore. We're not going to have ugly billboards here. And it's like, I like the spirit of that, you know? Let's look at the rest of suburban stuff and modernity, and yeah, that's a lot of shit. So let's make it just a little bit nicer, okay? You get a nice 2 by foot wooden placard for your business. It's not going to be tawdry. It's not going to stand out. And you're going to like it. Or you can do business somewhere else, right? Great. And then the same city, you know, we're celebrating 50 years of excellence here. 50 years is when this place opened, you know. And now 50 years later, the city not city, because again, that's a whole other topic I don't want to have, you know, never incorporated. But the city itself, for what it's responsible, it just does such a shit job. You know? Such an inadequate job. Because again, how many people, you know, must have been consulted on, you know what, LEDs are the wave of the future. It's like, you know what, LEDs suck, but if you put the right diffuser on it, if you put the right color, you can approximate the old sodium lamps, the orange ones we're seeing, right? Like right that. You can approximate those. You have to put a little more thought into it, you know, much more than they can do. And that's it, you know? You need to put a little more thought into it, and that's it. And how many people are on that fucking council? How many people are, you know, how many, like, upper management type technicians are there that would be the ones issuing the orders for, oh, these are the new lights we're going to, we don't do old lights, we do new lights. Because again, the guy putting it up there, like, okay, he doesn't have much of a say, right? I get that. But there's plenty of people for whatever utility company that's doing this. I think the power company is doing it. You know, how many of those people are involved and say, yep, I love this blinding white light at night. I want this to be shining into my bedroom window. You know, every time I pass one of these, I want to be blinded because I'm not blinded enough by the headlights. You know? I just can't even, you know, it is just so disappointing. And then you go to the gym, the pool has the shitty lights we've talked about, and I'm just going to bore myself to death with this. You know, so anyways, I think that's it for now. We can go in circles, literally, figuratively, but I think that's it for now.